All right, sparklers, it's time for The Gold Mine, a personal diary where I talk about the real challenges and triumphs we face as entrepreneurs. My goal is for all of us to feel a little less alone on this journey and a little more inspired to keep going. Have you ever caught yourself achieving something maybe you've been working toward for weeks or months or even years, and then instead of celebrating, you kind of just go, oh, cool, and then move on to the next task, the next goal, the next thing that you know you need to fix? It's like the moment doesn't even land before you're already chasing what's next. This is something I've been thinking a lot about lately, especially as I mark 9 years in business. And while yes, I'm proud of that milestone, what's really struck me is how infrequently I give myself permission to feel proud between the big milestones and accomplishments. There's this phrase a family member of mine used to say all the time when I was a kid. It was like this go-to aphorism that like old people say, you know, when you're little. They used to say, you're only as good as your last big thing. At the time, I really thought they were being kind of dramatic. I'd hear it and think, why is this person always so serious sounding? It felt like such an intense way to move through the world. But now that I'm an adult, and especially as someone who's been chasing a dream and building something over time, I kind of get it, and I think about that phrase a lot. You're only as good as your last big thing. I think a lot of us end up slipping into that mindset, especially when we have really, really big ambitions that we're kind of impatient to achieve. I think it's super easy to tie your worth to productivity or visibility or the next shiny success without even realizing it's happening. And even now, I still feel it. I'll accomplish something, whether big or small, and instead of taking a beat to celebrate, I'm already thinking, oh, cool, what's next? Can you relate to that? Here's the problem. When we're always measuring our worth by the next big win, we completely overlook the everyday victories that make our businesses sustainable. The behind the scenes progress, the tiny moments of courage, the steady, unsexy steps that actually build momentum over time. And when you don't acknowledge those moments, you do, and you will get stuck in the grind. You'll normalize burnout and you'll convince yourself that you're always behind, even when the reality is that you're growing. I'm guilty of that. One person who's really helped me reframe this is my podcast partner, Liz, who co-hosts Success with Jewelry with me. I remember her once saying in an episode that she tries to find a win every single week, even if it's just something small, like she sent an email that she'd been putting off, or she made progress on like a tricky task or something that wasn't super fun. I love that mindset. That's something I want more of in my life. So as I move into this birthday and new year of Joy Joya, I'm setting a quiet resolution for myself that yes, I'm going to keep striving. I'm going to keep chasing what's next. That part of me is very intact. I don't have to work on that. But I'm also going to practice recognizing progress in real time, in celebrating the small stuff and being proud before the next big milestone happens. And if you're a jewelry business owner listening, I hope you'll try this too. Because the work you do every day, the decisions, the emails, the late night, whatever, the Instagram post you weren't sure would land, it all counts. And you don't have to wait until you like sell out of a collection or you get an insane press feature or your revenue crosses some magical threshold. You can feel proud right now. You've already come this far. So pause. Breathe and recognize how much you're actually doing, especially those parts that only you know and see. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and check out my other videos for even more tips.